therapist and host of Talking Live on Facebook Watch and the Bite Side podcast. That is Dr. Robi Ludwig. Doctor, thank you again for joining me. Truly appreciate you being here. Thanks to the other guests. Thanks for sticking around. Doctor, I want to start with you because we're all sort of at a loss with what might be going on here. It seems clear that maybe there is some mental episode. The police went to the place. Now, they're not specialists. They don't know. They decided things were okay and the family was safe. Your thoughts on what might be going on here with Tony Cirigliano?
So it sounds like Tony is having a psychotic break of some sort, that he's very paranoid and truly believes that he is in danger and his family might be in danger. It's hard to imagine that this would be true, but very often when people get psychotic and paranoid, they believe the government is after them or the CIA or FBI. So that's not an unusual psychotic kind of stance. And I wonder if he somehow convinced his family to go on a brief vacation. This is a more comforting scenario than if they were abducted by a stranger. But we don't know how crazy the father has gotten. So if somebody is paranoid, they can be dangerous because they're not seeing the world through a proper lens, and they see things in terms of both themselves being in danger and in some cases their family, or they see their family as the enemy.
All right, so that leads me to my next question as to whether this family is in fact in danger, because it sounds to me like you're saying they do have, when folks are involved in this psychotic break situation, they do have some sense of reality because they could convince their family they're going on a vacation, knowing the family might be alarmed by something like that, but yet and still they're in this psychotic break that lets them believe that we're all in danger.
Yeah, I don't know what the father has chosen to share with his family. I don't know if he just said, let's simply get away for a few days. I would feel safer. I need a break from my job. This seems to be the break that we all need. Who knows how he presented it? And it could be that his wife is used to her husband acting like this at times and has decided it's just in everyone's best interest to go along with this and to go away for a period of time. We don't have that information, so at this point it's guessing, but the fact that the family is together is a better sign than, again, if they were abducted by somebody who was dangerous for whatever reason.
All right, so now you say the family's together, and for the most part they are, but they left mom behind. So let me check in with Lauren. Lauren, what do we know about Suzette's mom's illness and where she stands right now?
So from what we know is that the mom, Suzette's mom, suffers from dementia. She has dementia, and that Tony and Suzette watch her full time. That is their job, and that's what they do. And as family has said, they're very good and loving at that, but we don't know too much about the mom. I did ask the police chief today just for an update, and they said, you know, she's fine, she's in safety, she's with family right now, but all we know about mom, Suzette's mom, is that she suffers from dementia and that she was seen wandering the streets, and that is what prompted the neighbor to call police.
Jason Jensen, I'm going to check in with you, and then I'm going to check in with Dr. Ludwig. What do you make of them leaving mom behind? Is that a good sign or a bad sign, or what does that tell you about what might be going on here? Now remember, she's someone who needs full-time care.
Right. So whether she slips in and out of reality, or how often, I don't know. So maybe it's not so prevalent that they have to monitor her 24/7, but she's okay to have, a home lifestyle rather than, in some kind of facility. So maybe it was supposed to be just a short trip that he coaxed them out the door to go to the grocery store and then led them on a different path after that. So that would be my first inclination. It wasn't a plan to leave her behind, but it was something that they could customarily do once in a while.
Interesting. Dr. Robi, I only have a couple seconds left. Your thoughts on this aspect of the case where the family leaves, but they leave mom behind who needs full-time care?
Well, I certainly like what the investigator said, and also it could be she's just too difficult to take out, and that she has so many needs it just wasn't workable, and so they just did what they needed to do and assumed she'd get help.
All right, yeah. I mean, this one, I tell you, like I said, we were talking about this all day in the newsroom, trying to figure out what might be going on here. Hopefully, this has a happy ending. We'll keep you updated. All right.